Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. Starting a career or transitioning to a new career can be an exciting but scary proposition. When it comes to a career in farming, UVM Extension offers a variety of programs and workshops for both new and experienced farmers. So today we're going to learn about a series of hands-on opportunities to help aspiring and beginning women farmers gain the tractor knowledge and skills they need to build successful farming careers. Joining me are Beth Holtzman and Susie Hodgson. Beth coordinates Extension's New Farmer Project, and Susie works with Beth and is based at Extension's Center for Sustainable Agriculture. Thanks so much for coming in. Now, Beth, tell us a little bit about the upcoming tractor skills training that you're offering.
Thanks, Judy. We're really excited this fall to be offering 2 hands-on workshops that are designed for beginning women farmers and young women farmers, and it will help them learn about tractor operation and safety. The workshops will help these new farmers get the skills and the knowledge, and perhaps most importantly, the confidence to be able to do these tasks safely and efficiently. The first workshop is on October 16th, and that one's is oriented to beginning young women, that is people under the age of 25, and who have little or no experience in tractor operation. The second one on October 23rd is for people with a little bit more experience.
And so why women farmers in particular, Susie?
Well, there are several reasons. One is that women, particularly young women, are the fastest growing group of farmers, but they don't have the farming backgrounds. They haven't grown up in farming families. Another reason is that farming is a particularly dangerous occupation. So we want to introduce farming to women in the right way so they learn the safety and then the operational skills.
Well, it's kind of exciting that, young women are interested in doing these jobs, but I guess it would figure that they don't have any experience working with these heavy machines, and so there are some really important things that they need to know to be safe. And so farming, as you mentioned, is hazardous. How are these training sessions designed to sort of overcome the not knowing and maybe being a little intimidated by this big equipment?
So the basic tractor knowledge and skills that any beginning farmer needs is the same whether you're a man or a woman. But because of physiological differences, women have less upper body strength in particular, so some tasks need to be approached a little bit differently to be ergonomically safe. So we'll be addressing some of those issues in the workshops. Additionally, in terms of the structure of the workshops, there are a lot of great tractor safety programs that are available nationally and in Vermont. Most of these programs are oriented to teenage boys, 14 and 15-year-olds, and we all know what teenage boys' attitudes towards risks can be. That's a generalization. But women and even young women have a greater appreciation of the risks. So instead of needing to build in caution, what we need to build in is confidence that they know how to be safe and that they can do these tasks and operate things safely. So the format of our workshops is really designed to give them hands-on experience, support, mentoring that will leave them with confidence at the end.
So what are the specific skills, Susie, that'll be taught at the workshops?
Well, in particular, we are providing lots of hands-on opportunity to learn how to drive a tractor. And unlike young boys who might leap on the tractor right away, we really make sure that the young women are familiar with how a tractor operates first, the different parts of the tractor. So we do a walk around the tractor, identify everything. There are young people today who haven't driven a standard car, so they need to know where the clutch is. So we really take our time and are mindful about the operation of the tractor before we actually get into the seat and drive the tractor. And then there's a driving course where women will drive around traffic cones, sort of a figure 8. Also with a trailer on a tractor, they'll be reversing. And one thing about this course is there are no greenhouses to knock into or barn doors to bash into. They're only traffic cones. So if they make a mistake, it's fine. It's only a traffic cone will get smushed. So we provide enough time so they don't feel this kind of competitive urge, which can happen with classes with men, where they feel there's this, going fast is better. And that's not what this is about. It's to build confidence and build those skills so that you can learn about a tractor. And in fact, there may be some women that decide farming, they may not want to go that route. They may decide a tractor does not meet their needs. So we're really giving them the skills and confidence to make that decision as they start out in their farming careers.
So who's teaching the workshops?
So we have a team of teachers teaching. One of our main instructors is Liz Kenton with UVM Extension, and she's responsible for the youth agricultural program, so she has lots of experience teaching both young boys and young women. We also have, it's based at Green Mountain College, so the farm manager there is Mae Hammond, who has over 30 years of experience running her own farm and now running the farming program down there. And her own daughter, who grew up farming, will be serving the role as a mentor, which is quite exciting. So what is different about the course is that we have female farming mentors, because studies have shown that women in particular often want to, role model on their instructors. So how are their instructors balancing family and farming? What's different about farming if you're women? So that was particularly important for us to have not only instructors that are female, but also female farmer mentors as part of the team.
And the cost of the workshop?
We have a nominal cost of the workshop because of generous funding from the Vermont Women's Fund. We offer the full day workshop for $25. But if that cost is a financial hardship and becomes an obstacle to participation, we will waive that. We don't want cost to be a barrier.
And so, Beth, remind folks where and when the workshops are and how they can sign up.
So the workshops are on October 16th and 23rd, and you can sign up at blog.uvm.edu/groundwk. Or you can call the toll-free number of 1-866-860-1382 and leave a message for Susie, and she'll get back to you and help you get registered. And we'll also be offering a similar workshop in the spring, so if you have interest for the spring, let Susie know now too.
Well, terrific. Thanks so much for joining us. As we've been discussing, tractor safety is critically important. It can take just a fraction of a second for something to go horribly wrong. At the Green Mountain Girls Farm in Northfield, the decision to install a rollover protective structure saved the life of a farm employee.
Oh man, the day started like any other. I showed up, I came out here, started up the tractor, and it wasn't any more than 15 minutes and I was walking back in the house calling their name, and they came running downstairs. What's wrong? They could hear it in my voice. I was driving around and there's a pile of chip that falls away right here, and so I was trying to grab a piece of this pile here to tip it over, and I don't know, it just tipped over. It's just the mechanics of the way gravity works. It was split second. There wasn't really much I could do to fight it. It was more just, if I did anything else, it might have been worse. So I just happened. And I hung there from the seatbelt for a minute before I got my bearings and realized, okay, I can't believe I just did that. and I'm totally disoriented, just kind of dizzy and shock a little bit, not hurt, but just sort of shaken and stirred, I guess. I knew my seatbelt was buckled, the roll bar was on, the bucket was like mid-level. It wasn't high up in the air, but it was down low. I mean, if the bucket had been any higher, maybe it would have gone all the way over if it wasn't for the roll bar, so.
In our case, as a small business, sure, the insurance matters, but we're a community-based business. Tessa's our neighbor. We hire local youth. We collaborate with our neighbors. An injury here would be devastating. We all care about the people, the relationships, the place, and it would go far beyond, the insurance concerns. It would just get at the heart of what we're at. We have to do this safely. And actually, I have a concern for the overall farming community. There's a lot of people, there's still limited margins for food production, and farms such as this have become less and less viable for decades. So there are a lot of farmers who take risks. There's a lot of us that get by with equipment that's subpar. And I feel very privileged that we were able to buy a piece of equipment that has had everything, the bells and whistles in terms of safety. But I'm just thrilled that the state of Vermont and UVM Extension are investing in a program that helps retrofit older machinery, because older machinery can be actually better for some of the things that we do, but we can't take these risks. We can't risk life and limb just to get the job done. And I think the wider local VOR community would be very saddened and impacted if we had more injuries on farms.
I think about what could happen every time I'm driving down the road. Mari calls herself a futurist. She's always thinking of the what ifs, the insurance liabilities. And I think about that too, but more in these dangerous machines. If it had rolled all the way over, it absolutely saved my life. And it clearly could have happened on this hill with enough momentum. I mean, when something tips over, there's not much stopping it besides this roll bar from rolling over more. And I hit the ground with enough force for it to roll over more. So who knows what would have happened without the roll bar.
Roll bars and seatbelts are clearly a lifesaver, and if your tractor does not have a rollover protection structure, you should have one installed. Here's more from UVM Extension Farm Safety Specialist George Cook.
A ROPS is a rollover protective structure that is added to an older model tractor that will provide 99% effectiveness at eliminating, preventing serious injury or fatality in the event of an overturn. Rollovers on tractors are the #1 cause of farm fatalities. ROPS on a tractor can virtually eliminate the chance of serious injury or death in the event of an overturn, provided the person has their seatbelt on. That's got to be a part of the picture. A ROPS basically is a structure that is a U-shaped structure that's mounted on the tractor. So that the tractor rolled over, this is going to hit the ground and it's going to hopefully keep the tractor from going all the way over 90 degrees or further. This tractor model has a foldable ROPS, so that when you're working in barns with low overhang, or in an orchard situation where you have trees with low limbs, you can fold it down temporarily, then put it back up to full protection. ROPS is mounted to the tractor frame itself, so it becomes an integral part of the tractor. Tractors made after 1986, it was a federal law that says they will have a ROPS with a seatbelt already installed. However, if you're buying a tractor that was made prior to 1986, it likely is not going to have a ROPS or seatbelt on it. Then you need to do some research and find out if there's a certified ROPS that's available for your particular tractor model, and the cost can vary from probably a low of $500 up to as high as $3,000 for a large tractor. Installation costs can vary depending on where you're able to get it done. Home installation obviously is the least expensive. We recommend taking it to a certified dealership, tractor dealership, or your mechanic. It could be anywhere from $200 to maybe $400 or $500 to have it commercially installed. My recommendation is, if you're buying a tractor, you can certainly consider a newer tractor post-86 that'll have the ROPS on it. If you're buying a used tractor, absolutely do your research and make sure that the tractor can be retrofitted with a ROPS if it does not have one installed. You call 1-877-ROPS-R4U, or you can go to the website ropsr4u.com. If you're looking at a tractor and it cannot be fitted with a ROPS, then I would recommend keep looking, find one that can be. Remember, ROPS on a tractor provide 99% effectiveness at preventing a serious injury or fatality in the event of an overturn.
I sent them the information. They sent it back to me that the John Deere company would furnish a ROPS that would fit my tractor and came with everything, easy to install. came in a box, and it was very easy to get installed. I did install it here on the farm in my own shop, and it was very easy to do. Because I'd had an experience rolling a tractor, I didn't want that to happen for my children, my grandchildren especially, who operate the tractor a lot. I didn't want that to happen to anybody, and I certainly recommend ROPS for any farm. I mean, that's a no-brainer.
To find out more about getting an older tractor retrofitted for ROPS, the rollover protective structures, call 1-877-ROPS-R4U or go to the website ROPS are for you for more information. And before we go, a final reminder about the Tractor Skills workshops on October 16th and the 23rd at Green Mountain College in Poultney. You can register for those workshops by going to the website on your screen, blog.uvm.edu/groundwk. That's our program for today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Judy Simpson. I'll see you again next time on Across the Fence.